It was when I started exploring my father's career in the military that I realized that his duties as a merchant marine and as a major in the army led him in to hazardous territory in Vietnam. He was in the Vietnam War quite some time ago, maybe in 69 or 70. And he fought to be a strong force against the uprising of a government that wasn't stable in Vietnam, that we were having issue with due to their fighting with the French. And we took over for the French and fought in Vietnam, eventually to protect the United States of America. And when I joined the Marine Corps, I told them that eventually, when I was a colonel, I wanted to fight in Vietnam. And I never thought this would happen when I wound up on disability. But eventually, when I became enlisted again, it was a whole different matter. And I found myself in Vietnam these days, basically. And, the war never ended is what I'm proposing to you, because that's how it is. The war in Vietnam never ended. And I found myself as a Marine Corps general in Vietnam. And whoa, you wouldn't think that there were a bunch of generals in Vietnam, but there were a number of high-ranking officials, basically generals in Vietnam. And I was fighting alongside these generals, and the missions of Marine Corps reconnaissance that I took part in, I saved lives in Vietnam in the first few days that I was there, and wound up going home after rescuing a number of soldiers and troops that otherwise would have been fatally done away with. And I persisted in my effort to strive to change the conditions around me in Vietnam. And when people told me to do something, I actually did it. And people told me that I did missions that were like what a Navy SEAL or special operations or special forces would be involved in Vietnam. And I was like, wow, I just thought this is what you do when you're a soldier or a troop or anyone, especially when you're a Marine Corps general. I thought that's what you do in Vietnam when you're a Marine Corps general, is what I did. So that's what I did, and it paid off to help many people, all over our area in Vietnam where we were stationed. And, I was really surprised that, this wasn't normal activity for every soldier or troop in Vietnam, what I was doing. And they were considering it Navy SEALs and Special Forces operations compared to Marine Corps or Marine reconnaissance and so forth. And I was just doing what a Marine Corps general would do.